about the ICE raid that was conducted on a group of teachers in Maui? Going even deeper than this headline, ICE conducted a raid on a multi-family unit which housed 10 to 12 teachers, both Filipino and American citizen teachers. All of the Filipino teachers are here legally. They're here on J1 visas. Hawaii is experiencing a teacher shortage, and so this program is a very positive program for them. The Hawaii State Teachers Association had a press conference. A U.S. citizen teacher who spoke at the press conference claims that she asked multiple times to identify herself as well as the other Filipino teachers who are here on visas. ICE agents showed up in the early morning hours before most are even awake to get ready for work, pounding on the door with their guns. That's when the American citizen went to go crack the door open, and she claims that ICE agents stormed past her as she was trying to get them to identify themselves, asking them if they were ICE. She claims ICE agents forced all 10 to 12 teachers outside, as well as their children. Some didn't have all their clothes on, some were partially dressed and covering themselves with blankets, some still had wet hair, some were crying, shaking. The American citizen teacher asked gently we could show them documentation to prove our identity, and once again I was told no. Then a considerable time had passed, and one of the teachers asked if we could notify our principal because it was getting close to the beginning of the school day and they would need to get substitute teachers for us. When she was finally allowed to return to her upstairs unit at 7 a.m., the teacher said 45 minutes had passed when she showed the agent her passport. He was taken back and looked shocked and apologized to me several times, the woman said. The teacher then claims that they all were able to eventually go to work. When she came back, she asked the landlord if the ICE agents ever presented a warrant because they never presented a warrant to her or to the Filipino teachers. The landlord said that eventually they were presented with a warrant, but it was for someone who hadn't lived at the address in well over a year. And judging by the fact that this teacher said that the agent looked shocked when she showed him her passport, goes to show that these ICE agents are not good at their job. They're not good at conducting investigations. This is not the only American citizen speaking up against an ICE raid being conducted on them. There was a family in Oklahoma City who was forced out in the middle of the night in their underwear in the rain, and the ICE agents went in and took all of their belongings. I used to work in rent-to-own furniture. We could not deliver a furniture unit until we had confirmed their home address. I, as the customer service representative, was charged with the task of confirming that information. Knew of ways, whether it was to look up the local county data and contacting the landlord. I did not have the same resources that ICE agents have with the Department of Homeland Security behind them. Are you kidding me? There is no excuse for this to continue happening. When you consider the fact that being undocumented in the United States is a civil violation, which is equivalent to like jaywalking across the street, there is absolutely no reason why warrants must be conducted with guns blazing in the only country in the world where there are more guns than people. That's dangerous, and you're asking for trouble.